We've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Tonight we will wind up Week 5 with a good battle, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. To throw is Duggan. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Duggan to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense for the Broncos, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously there were some points on the table there the last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
On 2nd down, Williams. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs If you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
That's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Broncos at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find...
It's caught at the 10. Well, he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Duggan now to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Duggan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to have it here just past the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 10. Herbert now. The improv back there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. A 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions. Williams loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing, Duggan. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Duggan will look to throw this. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own own 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Herbert on first down now. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. These two teams, they met in L.A. earlier in the year with the Chargers coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. Now a 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. We can look at this Bronco defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down.
But don't tell any defensive coordinator I'm going for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Duggan looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. To throw on 3rd down, Dugan. Flushed out right. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Play action. It's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. He gets this out to Spiller. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Herbert. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Complete to Washington. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Dugan. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Back to throw. Dugan. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going to be caught by Davis. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
On first down, it's Herbert. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Quick throw here to Johnston. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. To the air again, Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Flush to his right. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. Shifts by at the 15. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, covered to an okay game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is indeed good, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Duggan to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now 3rd down and very long. Up the middle, it's Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Duggan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there, and he threw a 5th interception. I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Inside the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Looks good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field game all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Duggan now to throw. Right side, it's Manhertz, the tight end. Give him 32 on the play. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Williams hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Throwing, Duggan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA!
Quentin Johnston,
78 yards.
and the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
Chargers 16.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
Doug going to look to throw this. This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
This is 2nd and 8.
Now it's Herbert. This one caught by Davis.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Baylor Tigers! Baylor Tigers!
Herbert. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, 37 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Randy Gregory able to record his
5th sack of the season.
But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
He gets it to Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Straight ahead, it's Spiller. 92 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Baylor Tigers! Baylor Tigers!
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Herbert off of play action. Sliding out of the pocket. He had a man open, but he missed him when it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ballgame. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. In just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Broncos, first down.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Duggan looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And defensively, trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, he got it done.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And And this is one of those gotta-have-it drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now, that changes everything.
He's back to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go, first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Broncos have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run for him, and he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
59. Home troops right.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. They knew how to quiet this rival stadium, Charles. I mean, not only did they get the win, but they get the win by taking the lead in the fourth quarter to hand their division opponent a big loss.
And they're elated, and they should be, because they did exactly that. Went to a rival's house and stunned them, and did it with a fourth quarter comeback. And every team in the league prides itself on controlling the fourth quarter. It's even more difficult when you don't do it at home against a division rival.
So for Los Angeles, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy